through and really put up a good match here between Avant and Alpha Sydney. We are getting here now, ladies and gentlemen, into the knife round here. We are here with the Acer CGPL Autumn Series. What do you think the best side is here, Aduz?
Oh, you want to get on that terrorist side. There's no two ways about it. Yeah. Get on that terrorist side, get those Glocks out, rush on that platform, get that bomb down and make yourself 3-0 up as fast as possible because it's a bit of a bias on this map. Looks like you can do a knife as players are a bit hesitant at the moment as they go on in. And it looks like Avant have the early ascendancy, but then comes Alpha. Oh, this is 1 versus 2 now. He's on 3 HP and down he goes. So it'll be Avant now who will do what they want to do. And I'm going to assume they've actually voted to stay. They've proven me to be a liar. They're going to stay on that CT side. An interesting decision, but I don't think Alpha City will be too upset.
No, I don't believe so. And really, this boils down to perhaps one of two reasons. And one of them is either Avant here want to get their... they want to get flexing, you know, they want to limber up and get their aim running hot here early on into the series, or they have something lined up on that CT side. But nevertheless, we are coming into round 1 here now. Cut a nade onto Lonsdale and a CZ, as well as just armor on the rest of the CT side, and a little bit of utility on Mwave, which is a little bit obscure since he's generally the entry fragger of the team, but we're now seeing the T's gravitate towards that B-bomb site.
Yeah, pretty standard. 1 drop, 2 on the B side here for the CTs. 1 pushing aggressive out towards long, and 1 watching the grassy alley there. So it looks like the terrorists are going to go towards that B side at the moment, but they haven't quite committed. They should come out through drop, and Lonsdale will find 1 bust there for the trade though. Out comes the Glock, and that's going to be Cyber. We'll find Kyoto after Kyoto did find Dimo. So we've got a 3 versus 3 pistol round here. First round in a best of 2. And Zico is going to get gunned up. He gets tagged. Teammate wasn't required. As Hats will demolish Buster with the headshot with the USP. 2v2 situation. Oh, Yellow's going to come out through B plat here. 1v2. If they find him, it's pretty much round over. And they do. Bomb's going down, but I assume they'll just trade him out here. He tries to get Cybe. He manages to get a 1v1. He takes down Mwave. Yellow will take down Mwave. 1v1. Cybe with the bomb plant. Sitting on a 3k. Can he get the 4? You bet he can. As Cybe will take down Yellow. First round, Alpha Sydney.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff there from Cybe. And what really was the quintessential factor, or almost, imperative factor here for Alpha Sydney, was that long control at B. You could see the Avant players were challenging. They pushed for control, but unfortunately they did lose it. So what that allows there for Alpha Sydney is to not worry about their flank. They don't have to worry about pinches. All they need to worry is about those CT chokes. Those choke points, I should say, and that has subsequently given them the round. So great stuff from them, and you can see here they're off to a well and good start.
Yeah, first kill this round as well. They got the guns now. They've got a Galil, 2 Galils actually. No, 1 Galil, sorry. AK UMPs and Dimo there. He's wielding that Mac 10, so they're looking to play passive here. Maybe expecting a CT rush to try and catch them off guard, but they've played a very passive T round on an anti-eco, trying to shut down these CTs, and they're going to potentially go towards the A side here. Yeah, there's 2 players there though. We've got Hats here playing very close. He's got that CZ75. This could be very dangerous. He gets 1, but that's it. Nicely done by Alpha City, making sure to get more than 1. As Yellow will find Timo. In comes Mwave with the UMP. He will take down Yellow. And now we've got a 3v2 in favour of these terrorists. So Alpha Sydney in a 3v2. They're going to try and their luck here on towards that A site, as they do charge on in through the stables. Kyoto gets spotted up there at Rapunzel. He tries to tap down 1. He does, but he goes down at 10 HP. But he does pick up the kill on Mwave. 2v2 with 38 seconds to go. Sicko here playing very passive. CZ75. He gets the kill. He gets the bomb carrier. Now we've got a 1v2. Looks pretty good here for Avant. What can they do to shut down Cybe here? Sitting on a lot of kills already. He's got the Galil with the Galil there with a flash. He gets 1 kill, but he's on 19 HP. And in comes Kyoto. Well done, Avant Garde. They turn it around. And they turn an eco round into a round win. They did buy up though, but you'd still favour the terrorists in that situation. They did really well.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, you'd assume here that the T's would have such a good advantage. And really, I was a little bit perplexed about Mizu's pushing there towards that A long area where he's sort of just being a stomping giant despite how much time was on the clock there for the T's. They had plenty of time to clear those angles, and really what happened there is they lost a couple picks here and there, and when your team gets whittled down early, it makes that execute so much more difficult towards the late round, and that's been displayed there as Avant take their first round and equalise the scores here. B-site attack looks to be the site here, dude.
Oh, look at Sicko. He got in amongst them all, but he got flash as well, and he got nothing. As Kyoto will find Cybe. Kyoto with a double. And he's going to town, Kyoto, with that UMP. Sorry, M4, I should say. Gets 2 as Hats comes in the UMP. He takes down Buster. Kyoto with the 3K doing absolute carnage. It's all happening here on the B side. It's a 1v4. He's on 15 HP, and Lonsdale comes in to shut down Mizu there. So, well, Kyoto had pretty harsh intentions in mind. He took down 3 of them. Look at his score, 6-1 already. So he's definitely got the 2 MVPs for both their round wins, and it's Avant Garde now with the lead. Yeah,
and Kyoto really doing a good job of just showing us that consistency. We talked about how he's a bit of a rock of the team, and sometimes on the off occasion he can actually, go off and just really show us a great game. So that's been great here. Yellow here getting a couple frags, just standard eco frags, 3 kills with the Galil. Great stuff from him, and now we're just getting through to the 130-minute mark here.
Yeah, Mizu last up in a 4v1, and he's going to get the kill on Lonsdale, but now they know where he is. So he's going to he's going to get stalked here by Hats. He pre-fires anyway. Hats is about to come. Here comes Sicko. He's flashed. That won't stop him as he takes down Mizu, and that's 3-1 Avant Garde. They've really turned it around nicely after losing that first round, and looks like we'll see an AK buy here coming out from Alpha Sydney.
Yeah, that was a little bit dangerous there from Mizu getting the 2 picks of the P250, but Avant will recover well here as they pick up a couple M4s, a Galil and a UMP here. 3-1 is the score here, so they can actually afford to take a couple losses, and they have something to lean back on when the rounds do get tough here, at least in the early game. So that's what I'm expecting to see. A little bit more risky play, I suppose you could say, from Avant, just to ensure, to try and get that stronger lead. And if they lose it, it's no harm done.
Yeah, absolutely right. Trying to build up that economy. So Swag here looking to poke out through drop, maybe expecting an anti or a boost up there from the CTs, but hasn't. No one there yet, so it may happen. I'm not too sure, but at the moment there's nothing going on there. Very passive hold here from Yellow. He pulls out that M4. He shuts down Demo, so that's one player dealt with. There's one more there though. I've got no doubt Buster here wants to trade. Is Yellow going to give it to him? He spots him. He gets flashed, and Buster can't make the most of it. He lobs another nade out, and the CTs come in for a piece, and they take him down as Mizu will find Yellow. That'll be the 4v3, and the bomb here looks like it's... he thought about it. He's going to go back through B halls towards the B site, maybe. He's toing and throwing his side. We don't know which way to go. Looks like he's going to go back towards the A site. There's only... the CTs are rotating. They've got 2A, 2B, so they split it up. And the terrorists here with one player disadvantage. You've got to try and turn that around so they can make it a 3v3 and access the bomb site. So Cyber's going to head into towards the A site in a moment. Out go the nades. Out come the flashes there from Hats. He's going to play towards the stables. Cyber's going to molly off towards the A site. And Hats gets one. Can he get the second? No, he can't. His teammate will instead. Lonsdale will find one. M-Swag will take down Lonsdale. Never got a 1v3, and he's on 26 HP here, is M-Swag. He jumps on in. This is very optimistic. He's just pre-firing, and Hats is there to take the easy kill. And there it is. 4-1 for Avant. And we've got a bit of a loss bonus accumulating here for the terrorists, but they've got to get a round or two.
Yeah, absolutely. It's rounds that really win games here, and unfortunately for Alpha Sydney there, they ran low on players so quickly into that round. Just those first entry picks in the underpass here really made it tough for them, and now, they had 3 players left, and they sort of split them up with M-Swag, and that sort of was the downfall to their strat, but nevertheless, it's looking really good here for Alpha Sydney. They're on pistols, they're on a bit of a janky buy, and it's working out because they're picking up the pace and they're picking it up fast.
Absolutely, they walk in and they get the player advantage. They've got a gun or two as well, as Mizu will find Kyoto. Bomb goes down, it's a 4v2. And Lonsdale here and Sicko, I mean, they've got a lot of money, so they definitely have a crack, but it's looking very unlikely. It's a 4v2. And Lonsdale here coming through double doors. These terrorists are not giving them anything to aim at. Going to play a very passive hold here and make sure they have to earn the retake if they want it. And it looks like they're going to come in together, so they're going to try and spot them up. And there is the spot up from Lonsdale. Sicko will grab one. Demo with the trade. He takes down Sicko. And now we've got a 1v2. Lonsdale looks like he's made the decision. He's going to save the gun. And with 9 HP, it's a pretty smart decision. So it will be 4-2 as Alpha Sydney will get their second on the board. But now they've got to make sure they can build on that and not give away the next round.
Yeah, it was a simple choice, but it was also an important choice for Lonsdale there. You could see that he was thinking about it. Could I retake this site? Could I not? Well, the fact that he has gone and saved those weapons means he's able to afford his buy. Only having 2.3 grand in that last round, now that he's kept the rifle and armor, he's easily able to get himself back into this. And really, that's what it's all about here early on into the game, making sure that you have the best ability to win your round. And the first place that starts in Counter-Strike is your economy, and that's been shown here.
Yeah, Buster's going for that early plat pick. That's a nice flash, actually. It blinds him off so he can't get that pick. And now the CT has information on B plat as well, so that's a good play by the CTs. So, you know, the bombs drop. They're going to play a slow round by the looks of it at Alpha Sydney, try and build up on that economy. They can't afford to lose this and get reset. That'd be terrible. I mean, they've got not much money. They've got 2 players above 3.8k, which is okay, I guess, going forward, but you really want all your players to start building up a bit of cash to work with. So, a bit of smoke on B plat. He's going to throw an incendiary in a minute, is he? He gets tagged trying to get across there. And the bomb is on its way to Yellow, who's waiting so patiently with the smoke grenade equipped. He's they're shift walking to him. He can't hear it, obviously, so he won't know they're there. Although Buster will find Yellow, so he gets shut down. He had the smoke out, and it did nothing, obviously. The incendiary comes down. It's going to try and delay them a bit. With 45 seconds to go, looks like the CTs haven't committed to A or B. They're sort of waiting as they come out through drop. I think that's Lonsdale in a bit of trouble. He gets one, but then he gets taken down by side. Here comes the M4 from Hats, who will take down Mizu. That'll be the 3v3, and the bomb is on its way to the A side. In fact, it's already there. And Hats has been flashed off, so he no doubt heard them, but he couldn't see anything. As Kyoto comes through the doors, try to shut them down on the cross. He can't do so. As Dimmo's at the stable, he's getting shot at through that wooden wall, but no damage done, really. So the bomb is down, and now the CTs have to retake. They're trying to find a cheap kill here. There's no cheap kills. Demo will take down Kyoto. That'll be the 3v2. So Hats and Sicko here, last 2 remaining for the CTs. And there is Demo and Cybe shutting down Avant Garde, and they will make it 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, the real linchpin for that attack there from Alpha Sydney was certainly Buster, just working around those A-hall areas. The AWP, just slowly working those corners with the AWP. It's one of the best entry weapons, actually, for Counter-Strike, in which you're just allowed to peek those tight lines and just get the instant frag with that one bullet. So that's great. That really started Alpha Sydney off strong here, where they were actually able to get a lot more room on that, or a lot more territory on the cobblestone map, which then allowed them to execute the strat that they wanted to execute. And when your team is doing what they've practiced, you can guarantee that it's going to turn out well. And that's what's really happened here. Avant now back on that back foot, lost 2 rounds. The money's looking low, and it's just a bunch of CZs and P250s from this point.
Yeah, they're looking for some close quarters combat with that sort of setup, so they really want these terrorists to rush in at once, and someone has to go hand with those CZ75s to put them on the front foot. So let's see if that happens. I mean, Sicko's playing on those stairs. He has got one of those CZ75s. Also got a flash. He's going to look for information. He flashes himself, though, so that won't really help him out too much. So now, looks like the bomb is on its way through B plat. Sicko's going to play passive towards drop now, which is going to give them access to the site should they wish to go in. And there's 4 of them there. I assume they're going to go in. In they go. They drop off the plat. Backdoor 5 of them are there. And Mizu will shut down Sicko. And there's no one there except Lonsdale now. He's got that P250 and he gets shut down by side. Buster will find Yellow. Bomb will go down. And this should be Alpha Sydney making it 4-4.
Yeah, stock standard stuff here from Alpha Sydney. They've got the economical advantage. They just have to play the numbers here. And Mizu's getting a bit aggressive here. No real need here for any sort of frags, and you can see that that's turned out right here. He's calculated it correctly, and he'll now move off with his team down towards that B long area. But what really is the question here is if Avant buy back into this next round, how they decide to adapt to Alpha Sydney's slow and methodical T side.
I'm not sure if the camera was on. I think that was Hats there, but he had about 5 seconds to aim at the head and he missed, so that's not good for him.
I had missed that one.
I don't know if the camera was on that on the stream, but I seen it, and well, it wasn't very good. But anyway, we go forward. No big loss, but you never want to miss easy headshots, I guess. So now it's going to be the CTs buying those guns. Terrorists with their obviously strong buy as well, having won 3 rounds in a row. And now the CTs have to respond, as we see a lot of mollies and smoke thrown into that drop area as the bomb here is on its way to the A side. Yellow and Lonsdale there playing towards that part of the map. Lonsdale's going to rotate back through connector, head towards drop himself. So They've got that player hanging around connector, able to rotate quickly, but they're really trying to find out what's going on here from the terrace before they can make that decision. And there's not much information being given out here because Yellow's playing very passively on that A site near those stables. So I guess they're waiting for the terrorists to lob a few nades and hopefully they can get there in time to shut them down as the CTs throw through nades themselves. And no one lost it at the moment. We've got 1 minute to go basically, and the bomb looks like it's on its way to that A site. So Hat's here playing on this wall near Grassy. He's going to spot a Buster and he takes him down as well. So the first kill will go in favour of Avant Garde. This is their best chance in a few rounds to get one on the board. And they've got the player advantage. So now the CTs. Hats is going to be aggressive here and try and shut them down. They obviously know where he is now, so he's going to try and mix it up. Be unpredictable, which is good to see from him. That's smart play. Out comes the nades. And he's going to try and pop flash himself in. He catches one off guard, but Cyb turns around and slaps him down. So he won't get that kill. 4v4. And the advantage is taken away. So Cyb comes on in. He gets flashed and goes on out as well. They're going to access this A site as Lonsdale will find one. Mizu will find Lonsdale. Yellowhead and Mizu both get a kill as well. That'll be the 2v2. The bomb is going down. And the Terrans here in a pretty tricky predicament. No, they're not. Because it's going to be Mizu finding one. Kyoto will find Dimo. 1v1. And Mizu comes up trumps. He takes down Kyoto. And that's 4 on the bounce for Alpha Sydney.
Yeah, Mizu carrying out his job perfectly there. He was the third man into the site. That's exactly where you want your best fragger to be, or someone who can make a monumental play there. And those 4 frags certainly did it there for Alpha Sydney. Unfortunate for Buster there, especially with that ult where it looks like Avant's solution to that was just put Hats against him and he'll get the rifle frag. So great stuff there from Hats, but it's not going to be the round. And here it's looking like a whitewash.
It is, as Demo comes in and takes down 2. And that'll be the 4v2. In fact, make it a 4v1. Hat's last up, CZ75. He gets naded. And I'm hearing Kobe in the chat. He goes down. And that's going to be another one for Alpha Sydney. They've won 5 in a row. And the CTs, they'll buy up here. Deadline. But what do they need to do to get around on the board? They're really struggling here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it starts with information plays. And to add on to that, an AWP here from Sicko. Because if he can make those plays, get the information, and maybe even sneak away with a pick, that's really going to damage Alpha Sydney. Because what they depend on, what they pride on, is having map control and being able to work their executes. If that map control is taken away from them, if they're a player down and they have to funnel their way into a smaller area of the map, it's going to make things very difficult for them. So that's going to be Avant's goal here. Heading into this 11th round, you can see Lonsdale being boosted up. He's getting a little bit of tap fire from MSwag. Here we go. Gets that frag onto MSwag. Fantastic stuff. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Alpha Sydney, they're going to be a man down in their next execute here.
Yes, Sicko makes it a 2-man disadvantage. He shuts down Mizu. In fact, here comes Buster for a shot at the title, and Sicko says, no way, try again. That'll be the 5v2. So we've got Cyber here and Demo in a 2v5. I mean, 1 minute to go. I've almost got to think about saving it. It's so far out from the round. They've got a lot of money, obviously, so it's too bad if they lose their guns. But in a 2v5, what can they do? Looks like they're just going to hover around mid here and wait for some CTs to be aggressive.
Yeah, they've got to stick together here. It's got to start with an entry of all things, but you can see Yellow just spotting the tip of Cyb's head there, and it's looking grim.
Now the flash comes out, down goes the bomb carrier, and down goes his assistant. As Demo will go down to Hats Avant Garde. Get one back. That information, as you said, was key. They got the boost on drop, got the first pick, and after that, it was the Alpha Sydney team trying to get the round back in their control, and they couldn't.
Yeah, it's all just standard Counter-Strike from there. And another point to make about that adaptation from Avant, Sicko being posted up in that chicken coop area. Fantastic spot to be. It's a great position where you can, if that platform isn't smoked off to give the terrorist more map control, he can just pop heads. He can honestly just post up in that location and be a turret for his team. And that was displayed very well in that last round. Whether Alpha Sydney decide to adapt in terms of that is really a question to be seen here.
Now Sicko is going to be aggressive on B plat, trying to knock down these terrorists as they try to get onto that site. So I like the way he's mixing it up here. And Sicko is going to get information as soon as they come on in. Out goes the flash. He sees it. He goes for the flick, misses the shot. He knows they're there now. He's going to play passive, lobs down the grenade. It's a smoke. And he's going to try and delay the push. So make it a double smoke. Out comes the molly though from the terrorists. They're throwing nades galore. He's got the AWP up close. This could either be really good or really bad. He's got the P250. Gets shut down by Cyb. So they've got the 5v4 now. They jump over the top of Kyoto. He takes down the bomb carrier and turns around and gets taken down by Cybe. So we've got a 3v3. And he's going to go the chicken coop here, Cybe. He's going to try and camp, wait for these CTs. Yellow gets flashed. We hear a chicken go, get splattered. Mizu will take down Hats. Out comes Cybe and Mizu. They take them all down. And that's another one on the board for Alpha Sydney. 7-5 is the score. What do you think they're aiming for here? 10-5 potentially? That'll be the best case scenario, sorry, for Alpha Sydney, but Avant, obviously. What do you think they would like?
I think Avant here, if they crack over the 6 to 7 area, they're in a striking chance to have a couple fallbacks on the T side. But if they just get stuck with 5 rounds, it's really going to be troublesome for them, especially if they lose a piss round. As I say that, look at these picks being shown out for Alpha Sydney. They've gotten the dominating wins, and now they're just taking it home.
They are really taking it home. Alpha Sydney, they've got 3 of the first 5 kills in the round. Obviously, these CTs on a pretty agricultural buy. They've got 2 CZs, and that's about it. So we got Kyoto here camping on the A site, and Sicko here has got the other CZ. He's just camping outside of drops. So the terrorists can do whatever they want at this point, as long as they don't run into the fire of one of these CZ-75s and get absolutely dominated. It should be Alpha Sydney making it 8-5. They're going to go into the site. There's no one there at all. At the B site, down will go the bomb. And the CTs here looking to stay together. Might try and cash them on exits, potentially. Although Sicko's got inside drop. And here's the play, another side of the wall. Surely, down will go Kyoto. And Mizu, smart play, gets out of there, low HP. So, now Sicko is trying to find a terrorist, but they're not really revealing themselves. As they're coming out through drop. You should be able to hear that in the window. And he's jumping up and down. I'm sure I can hear him, but he's not wanting to commit because he don't want to give himself away. But he's getting flanked, I think. It looks like M-Swag, not quite. He wasn't charging as fast as I thought he would be, but terrorists will staying together. I don't think we'll get anything out of this Sicko. He comes on in, gets splattered by Dimo, and that's another one on the board, Alpha Sydney. Very, they seem like a momentum team to me. They get on a roll, and away they go, 8-5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and where that's coming from is really just Mizu's relentless aggression. He's being absolutely ruthless in this game. 14 frags at the moment, along with his sidekick, Cybe here, I believe. Also on 14 frags himself. But Mizu, you can tell he just doesn't care about his life at this point. He will push any and every choke point in this map, and it's getting them the frag. So why stop if it isn't broken? We can see here Demo looking to make a little bit of damage towards the A-long area, but only time will tell at this point as we are only just a few seconds into this first round. Avant, they've got to get themselves back on the board. A 6th round will help them just have a little bit more to fall back on in that second half. We know the T side to be so predominant. Yeah,
absolutely. T-sided map, so they've got to try and get 10 on the board here and start well on the CT side. Out comes the incendiary. Cybe's going to go right at the top. He takes down Lonsdale. That'll be the 5v4, so the first kill goes to Alpha Sydney, as it has done very often, as of late anyway. And we're seeing nades lobbed out of drop here. The bomb is on its way. Look at Sicko though. He's going to camp in this corner with the FAMAS. This same as last round. It could be either really good or really bad, but he's going to take that risk. He's going to pop flash himself in. In he goes. He gets one. What else can he do? No more. Mizu will find the kill on him. And now they've got a 4v3 to deal with these CTs. So they've got to rotate over to that B site. The bomb is about to go down. It is in a moment just trying to scope up that rock and see if they can take down some of these rotators. There goes Cybe. He gets Hats. Buster will find Kyoto. We've got a 1v3. Yellow last up. M4 coming out through drop. It's been smoked off. It won't stop him. He's going to wait for it to go away. They're shooting through the smoke. The play to his right. It's an easy frag. He's very low on HP. I don't know if he's there though. As he lobbed on in, he gets shut down by Buster with the Tech 9. That's more cash to the bank. And 9-5 is the score. And it should be 10-5 with a very poor buy coming up for the CTs.
Yeah, not a lot here Avant can purchase into. Going back to that round there, Alpha Sydney just, they know the B site's been working for them. It's so punishing, especially if CTs don't get away with at least 2 picks, because those B bomb sites, they're incredibly difficult to retake. You've only got 1, maybe 2 choke points to deal with, and now it's 9-5, and looks like Avant is stepping into, or should I say Alpha Sydney stepping into a little bit of a trap there. Crossfire between Hats and Yellow. 2 frags at piece for each of the players there, or 1 frag rather, and now this is where they get their 6th round.
Yeah, this would be terrible for Alpha Sydney if it does happen. They've got to try and find a way here. Turn this one into a... It's a 5v3 right now, but they've got to try and get a few kills here. Otherwise, it's going to be 9-6, as you said. So, you know, you don't want to give away too many on your T side of Cobblestone. So they want to make sure that they can limit them and make it 10. Obviously, Avant want to make it 9-6, which would put them in good stead heading on that T side. So, looks like we're going to see a pretty slow setup here. Trying to get kills now, obviously, is Alpha City to make it that 3v3 as the flash comes out. And no one there to really back it up. So Yellow is just watching. Very passive angle. The CT is giving nothing away here. Look at their positioning. They are not being aggressive at all. Just waiting for the terrorists to make their move. They know they've got the numbers advantage. So they are looking to... it looks like they're pretty much aware it's going to be an A hit. Although now we're seeing... No, they're going to go straight up mid here. So there goes Buster. He will find Hats. Can Yellow take him down though? Yellow, he will get the kill. He turns around, he takes down 2. Yellow starts free-firing towards his right. No one there. Lonsdale will find Mwave. 9-6 half-time. Avant Garde did really well there to get that round on the board.
Yeah, certainly. And really, you can see, just looking at the scoreboard, they're not actually doing all that bad in terms of their frags and deaths here. Of course, Alpha Sydney doing a much better job there with a 16 and 7 KD ratio there for Cyb. Great stuff from him, of course, but relative to the scoreline, Avant is still in this, and that 6th round will give them something to fall back on, something to lean on, and now it's all just dependent on this pistol round. Can Alpha Sydney further their lead, or can Avant get themselves back and equalise the scores?
I think they have to, otherwise it's going to be pretty tricky. You know, it could be 9-9. It's about to happen here on the B plate. Out comes USP, he goes down to 23 HP there, Lonsdale, as they charge out through drop. Oh my word, Avant Garde with a great play. They've got access through drop, now they've got access to the site, and the CTs have to all rotate from the A site, so absolutely outstanding play there from the drop zone. The bomb goes down, and now the CTs have a lot of work to do. And out comes USPs as Lonsdale will find Cyb. And here comes the assistance from Buster. What else can they do, these CTs? It's a 4v2. Bomb not down, it's been dropped though, but they can... Oh, sorry, it is planned, I should say. It's a 3v1, and it's up to Mwave here. He gets taken down by Kyoto. And there's another one, so that's going to be Avant Garde winning 2 in a row. And, you know, unless something crazy happens, it could easily be 9-9, which definitely favours Avant Garde.
Yeah, quite a similar pistol round to what we saw in the first round of this match. B-long control trying to be attained here by the CTs, and it hasn't worked out both times, and that's really opposite teams getting the pistol round here now on the T side. So we saw last half, Alpha Sydney, they got their pistol round, but then they lost that lead, and it spun out of control there, in which Avant got it back. So whether that happens here or not, it's yet to be decided.
It's going to be here on the gun of Mizu. He's got that P250 playing very close to the B plat, and there's a few terrorists around there. Looks like they're rotating as we speak to a completely vacated A site. So if they get there quick, it could be an empty site. Buster's the closest player, and even reacted. So they're on the way to A. The CTs now look like they're onto it. But I mean, they're already in there. So this should easily be no, they're not in there yet. Thought they were going to run on in, but they've actually balked it as they go in now through the smoke. They'll go across. And they've got the A site there, so now it's after the CTs with only pistols to try and retake. Body armor for 3 players, but I mean, you're looking at headshots here with these UMPs, so I don't know if it's going to be able to stop them. But now they've got a retake, and they look like they're just going to be trying chasing some guns at this point. Will they find any though? Sikro's pretty close. He's got that UMP. He might be trying to scout them up. As what's the point? Are they just trying to get a gun out of this deadline? This is a very... I'm not used to this.
Yeah, it is a little bit obscure, I will admit, but it's really going back to saving as much economy as possible. CT side is so punishing, especially when you have to eco so many times. We saw that for Avant. I think they ecoed maybe like 3 to 4 rounds last half, but here we go. Swag getting those shots off, not working out. Hats will pick up that frag with the UMP, so pistols being saved into the next round here. I would have liked to see Avant Garde go for that, at least just try to, you know, instigate a few battles and try and take something away from Avant, because despite, you know, only being 1 rifle on Kyoto, there's still full utility and armor to take away. So Alpha Sydney, yeah, sure. Losing your life means that you might go down maybe a grand or two, but taking an Avant life means you'd maybe do 3 to 4k damage. So it's really how the numbers square up against each other. Alpha Sydney think otherwise, certainly reasonable. It all just depends on how it comes into this round. As you can see, Mizu cracking headshot there onto Hats. That'll do him nicely, and now we could be seeing here a 10th round.
Yeah, they're definitely trying their best. They're on B plat, they haven't rotated or anything. Here they go, there's a nice stack from the CTs. It's going to come down to aim as Side will find Lonsdale. Oh, look, here we go. It's going to be Mizu will find one. Kyoto with the trade, but Demo gets taken down as well. So Kyoto will put it back in favour. Although Buster has the full quota of HP. And Yellow, he's on 17 HP. He's got to pick up the bomb. And I don't know if they probably have, they do know it's there. I'm aware they will know that's there because obviously it would have killed someone who dropped it. As Yellow does flash out Buster. He's got a deagle here, so definitely 17%. You'd think any sort of aim here. And this should be Alpha Sydney, making it 10-8, although he can't be sure he's there.
One shot.
Bullet, that's all it is. He goes for it, he gets nothing. He went once, he missed. He went twice, he missed. Yellow didn't. And that's going to be 9-9. They should have won that one deadline.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to say that there for Alpha Sydney. They did such a fantastic job of getting themselves up early there, and they actually did much of the same stuff last round. They decided, okay, let's put our eggs in one basket here. Let's move over towards that B site and just hope here. And really, Avant fell into that trap that round. The only thing was, it was just those shots, and unfortunately for Buster, he will not be able to take that out here, though, with the AWP. He's looking to make a change. Oh, just missing the head. Only clipping the ear there from Avant player. I believe that is Yellow, so spared another day there for Yellow. He's been having a lot of matchups here with Buster, and he's been taking them quite well. As I say that, another miss, unfortunate there for Buster, and now 9-9 is the score. The CT's got to get themselves back on that lead.
They absolutely need to. Can they do it, though? They've got some guns here, so this is their chance. Their economy's pretty weak, though, so they've got to try and find something out of this round at the very least. And the terrorists look like hitting that B side once again. They'll have a B push. They've gone there every round, I think. Except obviously the one where they caught him off guard and went for the rotate. But, oh, look at Hats here. He's come out through drop. Not sure if they're aware he's there. He's behind the smoke. He's going to love a flash. Won't be able to. M-Swag obviously knew he was there. And out come the nades. Execute time. In they go. They're going to come charging off this B plat in a 5v4. And the CTs will get taken down. The first kill anyway. Yellow will take down M-Swag. And then we've got a 4v3. Kyoto finds Demo stalking beautifully. One at the rock. He's camped right back in the corner. He's shooting left and right. He's running away now. 4v2. And looks like the terrorists have got full control. And these CTs, I think they're trying their best to save here. They can't really afford to lose these guns, although Buster's in a pretty bad predicament. Yellow will find Side through the wall.
Oh.
So, Buster says, oh, that wall looks pretty good. I'll go there too. And they both got taken down, and now it's 10-9.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Alpha Sydney, and I think control really was the predominant word, or the most important thing to take away from that. As you could see, Avant, they had control. They had full control. Their smokes were thrown, the flashes were thrown. It gave them the territory, and as soon as you're in that B bomb site, it's tougher to crack than Fort Knox, I suppose you could say. But as I say that, Kyoto, frag onto Buster. Stock standard stuff here as Alpha Sydney head into their eco.
Yeah, they're actually going A this time, which is a bit of a change up. A USP there for Cybe, so if he knocks a few heads, it could be interesting, but he gets naded. No armor here, so it's going to be very difficult, and he gets shut down by Hats. Is M-Swag getting taken down by Lonsdale, and now it's up to Mizu in a 5v1 with a deagle only. I'd be shocked if he did this. I'd eat my own words. And he goes down as Sicko will find him, and that's going to be another one on the board for Avant Garde. They've now won 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and what's probably more scary about this, or the future of this match, I should say, is Avant are changing up the sites. They'll go B, they'll go A, and they'll dominate Alpha Sydney either way. They don't care where they go, and what that'll do is throw a bit of a spanner in the works for Alpha Sydney, especially in the mental factor, because they'll be like, okay, what reads can we do for these guys? How have they been playing? What's the pattern? There is no pattern. Avant do what they like, and it's been showing.
They can do what they want. They've got so much money now. Avant Garde, you know,
Yeah.
$12,000 for Yellow. That's after the buy and everything, so they're loving it. Meanwhile, the CTs have to scratch and claw. They've got Buster on the AWP here, though, and obviously everyone else has guns and nades, armor as well, so they can do some damage here, but they've got to find a way here to try and shut down this terrorist economy and get themselves back in the game. So it looks like he's getting away from them. Mizu here playing close to drive, sorry, platform I should say. Now comes the HE there from Sicko. He's got a molly as well. And once again, looks like they're favouring that B site. Yellow's just watching the flank. Sicko, sorry, has got that molly going. He's going to line it up potentially. He's got the smoke here, so could be a 45-second hit. And out go the nades, and here come the players. Get ready to rock and roll out for Sydney, because here they come. Out go the nades, flashes, HEs, everything.
Ooh.
And now they're rotating. So that was
Hold the
anticlimactic.
phone.
They're on their way, and Buster's about to get company. He's playing a very passive angle with the AWP here, looking to find some of these terrorists. He won't be expecting this, though. He obviously knows they're not at B. Oh, great play by Alpha Sydney, though. They rotate perfectly, and they take down 2. Kyoto will find Buster as Kyoto pops the barricade there. They're going to jump down through Rapunzel, straight to the crosshairs of Kyoto.
Oh.
Sicko comes in, takes down Dimo. A 2v3. Kyoto makes it a 3v1. Sicko's on 1 HP. He gets... Sorry, Mizu will take down Kyoto. Now we've got a 1v2, but Sicko's on 1 HP. Easy kill for Mizu. 1v1. Can he do the 1v3 clutch? He goes for the shot. Lonsdale on the cross. He sprays him down. He's not dead, though. He's on 18 HP, sitting on a 2k. Mizu gets on the roof. And he spots the head. He can't do it. It's a 1v1. This is a very delayed 1v1 as well. He sprays him down through the wall, Lonsdale. And Avant, Garde. Interesting play. It didn't look convincing, but they made it work.
Yeah, Avant had tricked me just as much, and I have the advantage of seeing the whole game with that fake. So, Avant, great job from them, and there was a bit of a crime scene up in that Rapunzel area. Sicko and Kyoto were just doing work there. Absolute criminals in that area, and now that's going to give them the 12th round here. Round number 22, full AKs, full utility for Avant. No questions asked there. The real question here for Alpha Sydney is what they've bought to get themselves back into this, and it seems as though a couple M4s, a FAMAS, and a UMP will be the choice, or the weapon of choice here. A molly or 2, couple flashes, but really, what it's going to boil down to is those engagements and those rotates. So you can see here a B stack is on the side of Alpha Sydney. It's being read well because Avant, they look to be doing much of the same thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yellow will find Buster, so that's 1 kill in the favour there of Avant Garde. And we spoke about in the first half for Alpha Sydney, Avant Garde. Lack of information, and if you don't have any information on your CT side, it's very difficult.
Absolutely.
So now they've got to try and get that, and they haven't really done anything here for mine to try and find out where they are. So they're just sort of reacting rather than being the ones making the moves. And it's very easy on the T side if that's what's happening. Mizu will find Lonsdale, and there's 1 in drop though. It's going to be Hats on 56 as Side will find Yellow. So that makes it the 4v3. Alpha Sydney here. Can they turn it around, get a round on the board, try and work off of that? Oh, Hats will take down Dimo, so that's going to be the 3v3. They had a small bit of hope. Saib gets tagged down to 22. Mizu will go down to Hats, 3v2 now. And once again, Avant Garde in the prime seat. And that's going to be another one. Oh, Avant Garde. They just don't know how to lose a round at this point. I mean, I just spoke about it, but Alpha Sydney, what can they do to get information? I mean, is it a simple case of boosting up drop, or what can they do here?
Really, for Alpha Sydney, I think it's actually a moment for them to sort of just step back and look at the grander picture. You can see they actually do have a chance to pause, if anything, if they would like to use that. It's certainly a great idea at this point, but really, for Alpha Sydney, it's going to boil down to just staying back to the sites and getting the frags. You can see their side up in the underpass area gets absolutely domed there by Yellow, and it's much of the same here towards the B site. Demo's out, and it's looking a little bit like a whitewash here. Buster on the flank, gets a couple shots off. He will get that frag on the Yellow. Revenge, perhaps, after such an insane pistol round. Kyoto and Sicko chiming in with their own frags, and now all left on the big broad shoulders of Buster. But as I was saying, it looks as though he's going for this, so he's on, and he doesn't care what he does at this point, and Buster, he'll get punished accordingly, and now Alpha Sydney on that 14th round.
Yeah, I think they knew they could buy regardless, so he just went in. But,
yeah.
Look, the 14-9, but think a few rounds ago, how significant was that Deagle miss, though? I forget I can't recall who it was, but
Buster,
he had him on 17 HP. That was a significant round loss.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because Alpha Sydney are actually playing the right plays here. especially on that T side. They were getting the right map control. They actually put Avant on quite a few ecos. It was just boiling down to those last few precision kills, and that's where Avant really flourished. You could see they're having pretty fancy, pretty sloppy T-side takes, but it doesn't matter because they have the prowess to back it, and that's been shown here. You can tell. Kyoto, 24 frags, absolute blitzer of a game here for him, and now he's looking to close this match out as they gravitate their way towards that A area.
Yeah, they haven't committed. Looks like the CTs are set up for it. They've got 2 players. Double AWP set up here, so looks like they've invested a lot here. And if they don't win this round, it's pretty much game over. So we've got Cyb here, AWP. Sorry, he's got the M4, I should say. Looking for information. There's 3 terrorists looking to come out through that short area in a moment. They haven't committed just yet. In fact, Siko's there as well near the middle on those stairs. So he's looks like they're going to throw a few nades. 40 seconds is the clock. Are they going to go on in this time? Last time they rotated. They're going in this time. And there goes the kill. Mizu will find Lonsdale, but Siko on the other side, the side that matters. Oh, that's nice use of utility by those CTs. Shutting them down so they can't get on in. Kyoto will shut down Cyb though. And now the CTs have to rotate. Out go the mollies. He jumps down from Rapunzel. He's been tagged though. In fact, they all have. It's a 4v3. These terrorists are on top here, no doubt about it. Hats will find M-Swag. And now Yellow starts spraying through double doors, but the CTs at this point, yeah, they have to play for overtime, and it's as simple as that. The bomb's down, ticking away. They can only save.
Yeah, 4 versus 2 retake with a total of 72 HP between 2 players isn't the best of scenarios here for Alpha Sydney. It's unfortunate, but Avant rather are actually playing some great Counter-Strike. They got the space to do an execute, and they do it, and really, that's what's been even more dominating than those, more random rounds that we've seen from them. So, any way Avant play, they're taking those rounds, and that's actually going to be, I believe, it looks as though about a 9 round, 9 rounds in a row here for Avant Garde. So, absolute utter domination so far, and I wouldn't even put it on the back. I wouldn't even put it to Alpha Sydney. I'd put it to Avant and how well they've actually been playing here.
Yeah, it's 9 in a row. So they won every round on their T side, plus that one on their CT last half. So that's 10 in a row. That's unbelievable play from Avant Garde. So maybe that's why they chose CT first. They wanted to win the game in the first half by getting a few rounds on the CT side, and they've done just that. So now it's going to be the last round of the game potentially, unless Alpha Sydney can turn it around. Demo will find Kyoto. That's a good start. And the terrorists here looks like they're on the way. I look at Buster though. He's trying to get information. Yeah, Siko's going to come shift walking right into his crosshairs though. Should be an easy kill, although he lines him up. He crouches. Doesn't stop him though. He goes down by B3. So this looks like it's a pretty doable situation now. But there goes Yellow. He will find Alpha. Sorry, Buster I should say for Alpha Sydney. And now the bomb goes down at that A site. CTs have to come on in and retake an all too familiar situation. Cyb will find Yellow. Lonsdale's playing on the side. He gets knocked down by Cyb as well. Now we've got a 1v4. So Hats has got the AK. He's playing at the stable. He's getting shot at. He's going to smoke himself off. He comes on in. He takes down Mizu. He's going to hide in the smoke. The old pop flash here, defusing the bomb though. He shuts down one Hats. And Demo gets Hats. And here comes the defusal this time. No doubt about it. And isn't it funny though, you know? They were dead set, gone. And all of a sudden, you put it to them that if you don't win this round, you're out of the game. And they win one.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy there for Alpha Sydney. They put Demo in the AWP, he's feeling it, and you can tell it's now a double AWP setup for them. But going back to that round there, it's never over until Hats is dead, and that was quite a scary prospect there for Alpha Sydney. The smoke, the double frag there from Hats, it was getting scary in that 4 versus 1, but nevertheless, a 10th round for Alpha Sydney. That's exactly what they need. Clean or dirty, it doesn't matter how they get it, as long as they're back on those rounds. And now, I mean, over time, it's going to be a long haul here for Alpha Sydney. They're going to have to do the hard yakka, but if there's any team to do it, it's certainly them.
Absolutely. They've got some good players on their team, and they've just got to find a way to shut down this economy for the terrorists. It's as simple as that. So now the bomb drop, they're going to play slow here, the terrorists, so they're going to give them, you know, it's a momentum game. So if they can get 2 or 3 in a row here Alpha Sydney, it's going to be very scary for Avant Garde, knowing that they could potentially force an overtime, which is pretty much a brand new game again. But they want to close out Avant Garde, and they've dropped that bomb behind. They're going to play a very slow patient round as Cyb. They're coming through drop in a moment. He had a bit of a go. And they're going to come in. No, they don't. Thought Hats was going to drop down there. Didn't quite do so. So now the mollies come out. Oh, here we go. Who's this in the corner? It's Mizu. He can do some significant damage here if he starts spraying now. He waits. He gets nothing. Coyote will take down him. And inside the drop zone, M-Swag and Dimo both get a kill each. So it's going to be the 4v3. And Lonsdale evens it up. Now we've got a 3v3. He's getting shot it through the chicken coop. Cyb will find Yellow.
Oh.
Dimo will find Lonsdale. Last up is Zico in a 1v3. Unless he's got something else for us. This game is not over yet. He spots the arm, misses the shot. He gets flushed out of the plat. He needs to pick up the bomb. He knows it. He's on very low HP though. 16 HP with 10 seconds to go. I think the smart play here is to save the gun, although they've got a lot of money. So, I mean, the flick wasn't far off either. I think he wallbanged in there actually, but he's down to 6, but he gets away with the gun. I think, yes, and he's not getting pushed. They won't push him, and he'll save the gun. So 15-11. Wow, Deadline. They lose 10 in a row, and then they win 2 out of nowhere. And you never know, but overtime might be on the cards.
Yeah, I don't think my heart could take it at this point. I think, you know, I'm expecting all the normal things here from a standard CGP match, and then all of a sudden Alpha Sydney just pulled the rug underneath us, and we've really got ourselves a cracking match, especially if that double AWP gets maintained here from Buster and Demo. They'll just keep getting the picks, and they'll keep doing damage, and if Avant don't find a solution to that, overtime may be the prospect here.
They're going to run on in, and this won't work either. Mizu will take down 2. He'll get 3. Mizu, he cleans them up with 3. Yellow last up in a 1v5. I've seen this guy do some unbelievable stuff, but this would top them all. He's got a molly, head armor, and an AK. No bomb. So the CTs have they set up a camp around. They've got marshmallows and everything. But at the moment, Yellow's on the other side of the map. He's going to shift walk his way through the A side. He should be able to find Buster, although Buster's looking left and right. Not too sure where to look. And he hears Buster Yellow, so now he knows he's there. Has to wait for the opportune moment to have a look. Ooh. He takes the kill. Here goes Cyb though. Cyb through the door. Out goes the molly. 50 seconds, no bomb. And unless they run at him one by one, I don't think it's possible that he wins this round. Now, Avant have gone for the pause, so they're obviously getting worried about things. And, well, it should be Yellow getting taken down eventually by Alpha Sydney. I think he's trying to damage their economy. That's all he's trying to do here.
Yeah, you're right. It's all about economy damage. And look at that. Yellow doing exactly what we just said. Ripping the head off, brain slicing Demo, I suppose you could say, with that AWP. If he's able to take enough AWPs away from this game, that's going to be really dangerous for Alpha Sydney. They need to maintain that double AWP. It's where they were. It's where they get their round so far, and it's only Mizu with that AWP so far. But Yellow, 5 seconds on the clock. He's going to be doing much of the same. Double AWP for Alpha Sydney, single AWP for Yellow, and a 12th round for Alpha Sydney.
Yeah, look, pause called. What do you think the in-game leader for Avant's saying? Is it a bit of yelling, a bit of screaming, or come on boys, let's just wrap it up? Is he upset? What do you think he's saying to them?
Well, I wouldn't quite say Lonsdale's the most cool or calm, collected person in the Oceanic region, but when he's in game, he really does know how to lead a team. And really, at this point, it's all just about, okay, what can we bring to these guys? We've had the 3 past rounds. We've seen how Alpha Sydney like to play, and that's been coming out of their double AWP setup. All they need to be thinking right now is how to negate those AWPs. You know, even Demo and Buster doing little bits of work. It isn't the most impactful parts, especially when we've seen from Mizu and Cyb amazing performances from them. It's the AWPs on top that really make it so difficult. So if Lonsdale and co are able to find a way to nullify that, they have themselves a chance of just really securing this first map, because that's exactly what they want to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, look at their economy, the terrorists. They've got a bit of money, no doubt. Obviously, Kyoto, there he goes. He's down to 4K now. But if they lose this round and don't get too much out of it by means of a bomb plan or anything, it could really be a situation where it's one more buy after this and then we're into overtime, because, you know, Alpha Sydney have won the last few rounds comfortably. Only one defusal there. The other 2 round wins were by the clock running out of time. Obviously, the CT saving guns and whatnot. But this could be a pretty important round going forward, especially for Avant Garde. They've got to try and shut this out before Alpha Sydney start believing they can make it happen. And they've got all 5 players. Actually, oh, they're doing a drop push, are they? They are. They come out through drop. Lonsdale will find one. Lonsdale with a double kill. The in-game leader says, I've had enough. Let me have a piece of them. Attack will find Timo. Cybe with hats. Kyoto will find Cybe. And there we go. A 1v4 just like that. Last up, Buster. And, well, the in-game leader said, let's win. And that's exactly what happened. He picks up their 3K. And Avant Garde closed it out.
Yeah, 16-12 there for Avant Garde. Great play from Alpha Sydney and Avant, of course. You would not believe the success rate Lonsdale has, especially after a pause of winning the following round. But that will wrap things up for our first map in the first series here today, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we will have Keish, Alpha Sydney's pick. But for the meantime, we will cut to a short break. And when we come back, we'll have map number 2.